welcome to Geektopia. My name is Adam, and within Geektopia, we have these segments. So we tend to break up everything so it's easy and accessible for you to watch. This one is called Geek Squad, whereby I get a group of friends and we discuss something that we've all seen, we've all agreed to watch in the preceding week. So it's kind of like a book club, but for films. Now, I'd like to welcome in Chief Jantan, who looks like he might actually have decent internet for the first time in his entire life. Amazing achievement. Aaron, with his digital background, just like me. Carvin J, why don't you show us your shirt, buddy?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, okay. Oh. Does your daughter ever wonder, like, what does that mean, Daddy?
No, she just likes the unicorn.
Okay. She'll ask questions later on in life when she sees pictures of that. Yeah. We got LeVar Burton, aka Levy. Oh, I've never said your full name. Lavania Christopher.
Lavania Christopher.
Oh, jolly good. Jolly good. We got Hadis the Goddess, and also dressed up as a nurse, fitting the theme of the movie, particularly right at the end of the flick. We got Puppy Zach. Now, what movie am I referring to? It is Promising Young Woman. This is a bit of an Oscars special. So we're trying to release this the week of the Oscars. Promising Young Woman has been nominated for a whole host of awards, including key ones like Best Director. Why do I say Best Director? Because Emerald Fennell wrote and directed the movie and also produced it. She, full disclosure, is a schoolmate of mine. We were in the same year, some of the same classes, particularly in the early stages of when we were at school together. So I'll be a bit biased and say I'm very proud of what she's achieved. It's her first feature film. She's done some short films. She's done a lot of acting. She was in The Crown, Called the Midwife, amongst other things. She played Camilla Parker Bowles, in case you were wondering. And she's knocked it out of the park, shooting a movie in 23 days while she was heavily pregnant, giving birth 3 weeks after filming ended. And now she is reaping success and a lot of plaudits from around the industry. But the question is, was it worth the hype? What is the film about? It's a revenge story in a nutshell, but it's also a very, very dark comedy. Probably the darkest movie that we've covered. Levy, you've got a smile on your face since you're the most critical. Levy, critical Christopher. What did you make of the movie?
Oh no. It was really draggy for me. I felt like it was very slow. Like, yeah, like it got you hooked, like waiting for her to like snap, the craziness to come. But when it came, it's just like, that's it? What?
A bleak ending,
like,
right?
What?
It's a bleak ending.
Like,
yeah.
No. I was expecting more. I was expecting like blood. I was like proper revenge. And I just got that.
I get the feeling. I understand what you're talking about. I'm gonna ask Hadis here because this film is very much born out of the hashtag Me Too movement, I sense. A reaction to that. What did you make of it?
I think if speaking of the whole storyline, I think it's a very on point of what's happening around the world with rape cases and everything around it that doesn't affect men at all. And women has to like justify what they go through. So for me, I think based on the story is a very strong story to tell. But overall movie, I feel it was a slow-paced movie. It could have been a bit more fast-paced.
You notice how some movies are highly recognized by the award ceremonies and all of that, but they tend to be very award-like films, not really blockbuster-esque films. Is that what you feel about the movie?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to ask Carvin next because you have a young daughter. So in a few years, she'll be the age where she'll want to go out to malls with friends and go to the cinema, whatever it might be. And she'll be growing up now in a world we didn't grow up in, which was social media. Now we have TikTok. Who knows what could be available when she's 13, 14. How old is she now? 7? 8. Sorry, 8. My apologies. She's really not that far away. Carvin, I mean, what did you make of the film as a father of a young girl?
No, I'll be honest, I have to say that it's a very uncomfortable watch in a good way, right? It's one of those things where you watch it, you think like, how real is this? Like you can't separate what is real and what is not, what is fantasy and what is real. So I'll be honest with you, for a lot of guys, this is going to be a very uncomfortable watch, but in a good way. You should watch it. You should know what is going on, and you should know what, this thing. And I look, I get the whole point of the slow pace, but I like the movie. I like how they gave me enough time to get to know the characters. They gave me enough time to work on, okay, I know this person is this, I know this person is that. It gave me enough time to kind of, make my alliances, and kind of give me enough time to just know, okay, I like this person, I don't like this person, okay, this person is this person is that, and then basically turn the screw around. Because I mean, that twist ending is great lah. I think it was all done on purpose anyway. Are we doing a spoiler free or non-spoiler free?
It's just go with the spoilers, don't worry about
Okay,
it.
at this point, okay, at the end, when she died, I think the for me lah, at least, she meant to die. She meant to go there and die. That's the reason why the handcuff failed at that time, because that was the one that's supposed to fail, and she's supposed to die. And then basically what happens after that is the scheduled messages and the tape being released was supposed to happen. It was all supposed to happen as she saw
Yeah.
what's going to happen. And yeah.
Did you read the letter? Did you like pause it with the one she sent the lawyer,
Yes,
Melina?
yes,
So it
yes.
said, in the event of my
in the event
disappearance,
something
right?
happens, please release the video. And I'm going to this house for this fellow's bachelor party, and if something happens, please release the video. It was just that, right, on the card. And dude, everything was planned. Everything, she meant to die, because I mean, think about it, she got nothing to live for. The one person she fell in love with is involved, like,
Yeah.
she knows she has to this thing as well. So yeah, I love the movie. I think it's a really good movie.
It was supposed to be an even darker ending. I was reading an interview with Emerald Fennell, the director, and she said initially she was just supposed to die. But upon talking to producers, Margot Robbie was a producer, by the way, Harley Quinn. They said she was so meticulous about everything that she does, that she wouldn't have risked going there on the chance of something happening to her without a backup plan of sorts. So her meticulous planning came into play. So it was changed. The ending was changed to have the wedding scene where everything comes full circle and the guy gets caught. I do want to get the other guys here, their take on it, but I just want to ask Levy and Hadis this, because the question just popped in my mind. What happens to her when she's tricking guys, particularly at the start, by being drunk? You don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but have you heard stories from your friends or experienced anything like that of what she is going through, what she's purposely putting herself through? Because I think that's the ultimate message in the movie. Levy?
Yes.
You have, Hadis?
Yes.
I've
Okay.
experienced this. Yeah.
So there you go. I think that's the crux of what the movie was trying to get at, that it's extremely common. And I think, would you safely say that guys haven't been fully aware of something like this? That there are guys doing this out there in the world.
They are.
And I think that's the key takeaway from the movie. And I think,
mean, look, Adam, just to interject a little bit.
Go ahead.
The reason why it's such a uncomfortable watch for men is because we've all been in that situation. And what we've done in that situation may differ from person to person, but we've all been there. And the thought process has gone through our heads, right? We all, whether you care to admit it or not, it's something that happened to us a lot. I mean, we are on the other side, obviously, but the thing is, it's one of those things where you can look at it and just not be nauseated. I think maybe it's just it's very real, lah. That's why it's such an uncomfortable watch.
Are you sick?
I lost my voice after shouting at the crack house.
Oh yeah, I saw your Instagram or Facebook post. 2 days of shouting at people. Zach, what did you make of the movie?
Ooh, actually, I like the movie. I like the movie very much. It surprised me. It surprised me like Green Book surprised me. I felt like it wasn't a slow pace. It was at the pace where the tone of the movie was meant to be. And going back to what you were asking, Levi and Hadis, from the other side, also like it was very reminiscent of my time in college in Ohio. Like, we were ranked the number 2 party school in America at the time, and there were so many instances like where you see girls get drunk and guys try to take advantage of them. And this happens commonly a lot in what they call fraternity houses. I don't know if you guys got them here. Their Greek culture. A lot of bad stories come out of there. I was also a bouncer for this concert hall, so I had to deal with a lot of drunk girls, and a lot of drunk girls kind of like throwing themselves at me at the same time, and me consciously knowing that they do not know what they're doing. And as I don't know, I like to think myself as a caretaker, like I have the responsibility to make sure that everything goes all right to, for everybody. And that's why, like, even when I go party out with my friends, they make me drink as much as but I end up being their caretaker. I say, like, look, hey, you can't drive. Hey, you better, do this, be responsible. And yeah, it was just, I thought it was a good movie. Yeah, great movie. Great fucking movie.
Well, there's another person in this conversation that studied in America, in Georgia, Chief Jantan. So do you echo what Zach was saying? I don't know if you were part of any frat houses, Alpha, Beta, Omega, whatever it's called, Chi, Beta, something.
I never had the time to go and join all these frat houses. I mean, because I was working my way through college. But I know a lot of these things do happen, and I've seen. Let's not even go all the way there. Let's come back home. Like, when I first came out working, we were young, and then we go out partying and stuff. Things like this happen too here, right? You see girls passed out all the time, but thankfully in my situations, like, we took care of the girls. We brought them home. We made sure they were okay, right? That's why I always encourage girls, if they want to do this, they should go with friends that they trust.
No.
But sometimes friends that trust can,
No. We should teach the boys not to do it.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
Yeah, I think but that's the thing. You teach the boys not to do it, but somehow things still things happen. You gotta take care of yourself. You don't take for granted that all the boys will know what they're doing, right?
True. I get it. No, I understand. You have to cater to the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
But however, I mean, it's just the fact that, if we take our takeaway from this is, you should go with friends. It kind of loses something in the conversation.
It's not my takeaway from it. It's without a question or a doubt that we should tell the boys, hey guys, this is not right. Don't do this. That's definitely out of the question already. Definitely, that's something that needs to be done. I'm just saying, just to be careful. Why not go one step further and make sure you go out with people you trust, right?
But I think the biggest heartbreak I got from this movie when I found out that my favorite character, Bo Burnham, was part of that video. That video, that whole situation about that video. I remember a specific case where there was this frat party and these girls just ended up being on top of the rooftop. And then just the guys coaxing them from the bottom of the house, just like, take it off. And you could see they were like slipping, you don't know if they were going to fall. Nobody was taking into account, like, they might fall off the roof and break but they just entertain what those guys, like, they kind of like hit the pressure of the guys is egging them on. It's like, yo, spread them. Yeah, spread them, like that. It was. Yeah, so this movie was kind of like too true.
Close to home for you then.
Yes.
Yeah, I get the feeling. But I want to get someone with a younger perspective, because I'm in my 30s. What about someone in their 20s? How did you view the film? Aaron, you are in your 20s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Late 20s.
Okay, still. What did you take away from it?
Yeah, back in college, these things really do happen.
Back in college, you mean yesterday?
It does happen. It's really it's not just in other countries, but it really happened in Malaysia, especially like, when I went to parties, especially you see this a lot happening in clubs, a lot, like you can see, and random people will just come up, even you're in a safe environment like your friends. That's why some random dude would just come by and talk to our female friends and offer them drinks, and you have no idea what would turn into, a drink and turn into a dance, and then one of our friends like disappeared, and the next thing you know, you get a phone call, things happen. So, like, I think Kevin brought up a very good point. It's not about like safe or what. So you're actually really responsible for your own self. You need to really, really know. Like I understand from Chief Jantan said, like, okay, this is like the first step. Be with a safe circle. But how often you get like everyone? It's so many things happening at one time. How could you focus on everyone at one time? Like
Can't
for
control
example,
everything.
yeah, you can't control like Zach. He's like the caretaker. How much can you actually do if you're like you have 10 old people around you and then you're in the club? So it's very, really difficult. So I think people needs to be really educated about this kind of issue and really, really know that guys, you need to be really responsible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not everybody would be as blessed to have a friend like Zach who's
Yes, exactly.
who's 6'4" and will stand out.
Yeah,
And it'll
yeah.
probably deter people from coming up to them.
You will probably fall asleep and
That
it's
is
okay,
also
guys, there's problems, huh?
That's also true. Yeah. You do
So-
have a habit falling asleep everywhere.
So I will never be that guy that that has that scandal because I wouldn't be able to do anything. I just fall asleep on the girl. Like
Fun fact, Zach has sleep apnea, in case anyone's wondering.
I don't have it anymore.
He had like car accidents because he would fall asleep. Right, Zach?
Because why? Because of radio.
He was doing the breakfast show, wasn't sleeping enough, but still, I did breakfast. I did not fall asleep while driving home. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. But I guess the biggest thing about the movie is the fact that we're now having the conversation about what the message of the movie is. How often have we actually done that? And I guess that was the prerogative of the movie, and it stimulated conversation.
Yeah, but we couldn't really do like what's the message behind Justice League, Snyder Cut, and Joss
no,
Whedon.
Fair enough. We can have a whole conversation on that.
That is about everybody uniting together. You see,
right,
not being separated and
Right.
being alone. This
and
al-
Bling
always
Empire
things.
is about like how agents are more than just nerds and engineers.
Exactly. Spot on. Don't buy into the stereotypes. What about the movie as a whole? So I asked you guys off camera before we started recording, did you spot the director in it? And no one said. So the YouTube video she's watching about how to do makeup, that's the director.
Oh.
Yeah.
Slut.
Yeah.
What the blowjob lips?
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. What I found interesting was we talk about realism in how the topic of the hashtag Me Too era is, right? But there's other things. Do you notice how uncomfortable it was watching her getting suffocated to death at the end?
Mm.
So her father-in-law, I'm not sure if she's married, but she has a partner who she's had kids with. So her partner's father, it was a former law enforcement officer. And she asked him, like, how long would it take to suffocate someone? And you know how in movies it's usually done in about 30 seconds or less?
Yeah,
So apparently it'll take 2.5 minutes. So they filmed it for 2.5 minutes. And it was actually Carey Mulligan. Did a great job. She's been nominated for Best Actress as well. Was in that role. It wasn't a stunt double. And she had to play being suffocated to death. And he just sat there the whole time, just like, oh, this is uncomfortable. But that's how long it would take in real life. It wasn't like, in movies, they shoot a dart at someone and they immediately pass out, sort of thing. It's not the case in real life. Kevin, it looks like you're thinking and processing that.
No, I was thinking of the time when I always thought, because based on the movies that it's like, hey, does this rag smell of chloroform? Done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chloroform takes 5 minutes to work, guys. So
Yes.
yeah, it's not as easy. Don't ask me how I know.
What about the music? I never thought I'd watch an Oscar-nominated movie for Paris Hilton's song.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
know,
God,
right?
yes.
Yes.
Oh my
Strange.
Actually, I
Paris
like
Hilton.
the violin remix of Toxic. 'Cause
Yeah,
I'm a
when-
big Britney fan.
When so Emerald Fennell is a huge fan of Britney. And,
Hey, free Britney.
yes, free Britney. Another trending topic. So she, yes, that's why one reason why she incorporated it in the movie. Angel of the Morning, which I now more associate with Deadpool, sadly, but that's the song they used at the end. Apparently, it was supposed to be another song, but I don't know why they put it as Angel in the Morning. Nah. Did you like the music, Levy?
Yeah. The vibe really go well with the whole movie. But there was one thing I wanted to because Hadis and I watched it together last
Mhm.
night. Okay, so do you all notice the amount of red that they
Red,
use? Yeah.
the color red.
Yeah. In
I noticed
every scene, with
Hmm.
her, there's a red.
There's a lot of colors in the movie. So one description they gave, not
Just
me,
like
they
puppies, lipstick.
yes, but it's one description they gave is the film is like a candy, so it's very pretty to look at. It's colorful. Do you notice her nails were like multicolored and stuff like that? But once you bite into it, inside is poison. That's a description of the movie. It does look very like, you look at the choice of songs. Britney Spears, Paris Hilton. It's very poppy, very colorful, but
dark.
Deep. Yeah, dark. Very, very, very dark inside. So
really, that Paris Hilton song that is
that
dark?
was the only song that was not remade. Like that was the only song that was original on its own.
And Angel,
but the others were all remake to a more darker tone.
Yeah, that Angel in the Morning was the only one which really like was its original piece as it was that we originally heard it. Hadis, you've been very quiet there. I know you want to say something. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't understand her notebook.
Yes.
I didn't understand why she color coordinated like blue, black, and red. I didn't get a conclusion with what the notebook message was, like why she named some blue and red and black. So what was the degrees of each like color? So that's just stuck with me.
My name was on the book. My name was on the book.
No, you're Aaron Lee.
Yeah, it was. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the severity of what they do. Maybe she's mentally unstable. They keep saying in the movie, right? Maybe it's some form of OCD. I really don't know. It could be one of those things. But that's a good point that you bring up. What about you, Zach?
I have.
Sorry.
Yep. I have to say though that Bo Burnham by far my favorite in this. Like the way he played. This is probably my first Bo Burnham movie, in a sense. And he played that innocent, kind of goofy person.
Yeah,
I thought he did really well.
Yeah, no, I think
I thought it was quite predictable though.
No, yes, we saw that a mile away. Yes, I agree. But we didn't want it to happen. That is the most important part. I think
wanted it to happen. I wanted that to be like the twist.
No, he was really likable.
He
was
loved
the
her.
one male character in the movie that was supposed to be likable. And we know that they're gonna pull the rug, this thing, but we were like hoping, like, no, don't make this, don't spoil this fella, cannot, please.
He was a good boy, lah.
He was a good boy. I was just looking it up. Yeah, he was nominated for an award, at least a Hollywood Critics Association award for Best Supporting Actor. I agree. I thought he was great. I sensed you're also correct that a twist was coming, but he was very, very likable. He was supposed to be saving grace, redemption. Yeah, but it wasn't meant to be. And then the way he says as she's walking out the door, we'll both be you're a failure.
Yeah, he just snapped like that. Like the douchebag of him just came out. I'm like, that's a typical dude. I'm sorry.
Wow.
It's true. Like honestly, some dudes, right? If you like, you have
except for your dude, right?
So sweet, this and that, and then like, just as you like don't agree with that, they just snap, and then just like comment at you like, I'm like what? It's the same goes to girls, you know. I'm not saying guys is only the same. It's girls.
No, you're
like,
right. 100%.
That
Guys are.
snap, I was like, dude, you're such a douche. Oh my god, that's like a real definition of a douchebag over there.
Like Kevin douche.
I can see Hadis like with a knowing nod to you right there.
Yes.
No, I think for me, like the biggest heartbreak was when he didn't divulge in the information about where
she was.
She was when the detective was questioning. I was like, well, bro, I mean, you fucked up once. Okay, fine. You may never recover from that, but you know, you could at least be the decent guy and say like, yeah, she said she was going to go to this place.
No, but then because of the video, he will be
incriminating himself.
Yeah. So no, but
we don't know what he did. We don't know.
He's right.
He didn't do anything. Exactly. He didn't do anything.
He recorded it, right?
No, he was watching it.
He was
watching it.
But one thing is, yes, he didn't do anything. Means he didn't even try to stop it.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything.
Didn't say stop.
It's
He kept laughing.
it would be his reputation that would have been affected. That's what I think he was concerned about.
Yeah.
Reputation spinning off into his job, and he could potentially lose his job as a pediatrician.
I'm a little bit fuck all that, man. I found love my life.
That too as well. That too, my friend. Would you recommend this movie to your friends to watch, Levy?
Maybe.
Maybe.
But like the storyline is like, you know, like it's nothing new, you know. There's a lot of movies with the same storyline I see out there.
Well,
so it's
name
just
one.
like another I can't name one, but I know there's one. There's a few. But yeah, it's so similar. When I watched the end, I'm like, no, I didn't. I was expecting something more, like something more
Gore.
darker,
Darker.
you know? Because
Blood.
when you watch the trailer, it got you hooked by her.
How about your 13
know?
reason why?
I mean, yeah, 30 Reasons, yeah, but that's like a TV series of like, but
Yeah.
movies, like there's a lot. Like it's very similar.
Mm.
But as I was saying, like the trailer, it got you hooked. And like, oh, you know, she's like revenge. Look at the amount of characters she changed, the way her outfit changes, this and that. And then when you watch the movie, you're like,
But I
okay.
guess this is more real, right? I mean, instead of going out killing everyone that did
Yeah,
her
yeah,
wrong,
yeah.
this is something that's more real, more like this might happen, this could happen.
But I was like,
You know?
because like that, you know, the first part of the movie where her eyes just like change, the evil
Yeah.
look of her just came. I was expecting more, you know, of that, like that, you know, that snap. She finally, you know, woke up.
Yeah. I thought it was very clever of how they made us think that she did something
To Jerry at the
gory.
start.
Yeah.
The first one.
Like to even to all the victims, and then when you further learn that it was this lesson that she was teaching them, like telling them, I think that psychological fuck up just will stay with you forever. I think that's more impactful than just ripping the guy's head off or, you know, chopping his dick.
When she handles the black guy.
The black guy, yeah.
Then she's
Dora.
like, yeah, there's one that goes with scissors. You wanna try it? Yeah.
Then he cry. He ran and cried.
Yeah.
Even like when the construction workers were like catcalling her.
Yeah.
All she had to do was just like sit there and just like and they just got freaked out. So
but that's the yeah. So sorry, Zach. But that's the question you have to ask, right? What kind of man will do things like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
It shows that
A
these
lot of
child men,
a lot of men.
horny men.
yeah.
A lot.
But from their reaction to her, it seems like these men are actually, you know, cowards or something. Like once you challenge them, they're afraid, right?
No, but that is true though. I mean, look, yeah, I have friends who do this. Okay, I'm no longer friends with them, most of them. But
you got me, bro.
Zach, you don't be that friend, cannot please. And look, at the end of the day, these guys are cowards because the only reason they do this is because they know that, you know, it can't come back to bite them because they know that the other person, the victim, is also inebriated at that time, and also the fact that they know that, look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to get caught because why? Who's going to believe a drunk girl, right? Let's face it, when immediately when the tables are turned and they are not in the position of power anymore, it hurts them psychologically. And I know this because look, I mean, I am the same. I'm a man as well, and I understand that would, you know, kind of, if I was so confident on doing something and then something turns and then the position of power changes, I would be traumatized by it as well.
Very true. Very true. Zach, why you look so confused?
Oh, no. Just thinking about it. Just thinking.
He's trying very hard not to be that friend now, the ex-friend.
Yeah, see? Look at you, Zach. It's very hard to take you seriously right now, the way you look. I have to be honest. I mean,
say something. I don't say what.
It's just that you kind of look like the unicorn on Carvin's shirt, if I'm being honest, with the stethoscope on your forehead. I'm sorry, but it's true. Let's give this film a rating because I personally hope it wins some awards, if not a clean sweep of all the nominations it's been put in for its various categories. Yes. Let's go with Levy. I want to know your ranking of this first.
I'm sorry. I'll give it like a 5.
5? Fair enough. No, understood. I know for people that haven't watched, Levy likes horror movies.
Oh, yes.
So I can understand you went in there with an expectation. Like, I think there was the one that pops to mind is I Spit on Your Grave. There was the original one from the 70s, and then they remade it, I think in 2016, something like that. That one is like full on gore revenge story, like full on. This is a very different movie. Hadis, what about yourself?
I will give it a 7.
7? Nice. Okay. I didn't get your take on whether you would recommend it to friends of yours.
I did it last night.
Oh, you did? You
Yeah.
did recommend it. Okay, cool. Carvin, as the one who's a father in this conversation, a father to a young girl, would you recommend this to people to watch? Would you recommend your daughter to watch it when she's older? Not now, Of course.
yeah. When she's older, yes, definitely. I mean, look, listen. Here's the here's why I think this movie.
You're about to say, here's the thing, right? Yeah, but go on.
Yeah, no. Here's why this movie I think is very important, is the fact that I know that I'm gonna have to have this talk with my daughter,
Mm.
and it's coming sooner than I think it is, but it's very uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable. It's a good movie. You understand? Like, it's great that it's this uncomfortable. So yeah, I would give it a 8.5.
What about yourself, Chief Jantan? What ranking would you give this movie?
Yeah, I love the messaging of the movie. I think this is a conversation that needs to be had, and sad, but something that we need to teach all the guys out there,
Mm.
But I'm gonna give it a 6.5 only because of the Paris Hilton music. It's just
What?
Hey, it was
I'm sorry.
the best scene.
when I watched it, I was like, no.
They were
Yeah.
making fun of the
No.
song. It was not the theme song.
I know they were making fun of it, so I can't. I know.
Look, I got
So
nightmares of that song.
if they played Britney Spears, would it have been higher a bit?
I mean, they played Toxic, and that was good.
No. I mean, like if they played like "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time," which would have a double meaning.
Mm.
Jack,
Yeah.
stop, Jack, stop.
Maybe not as bad as Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton.
Oh.
I still have nightmares of that song because I had to play it on radio. I think this intro was 18.5 seconds. That's how ingrained it is
we,
in my
we
memory.
both have Adam.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, Aaron.
I'll give it a 7.5. I like it. Enjoyed it. It's dark. I agree with Levy. I was hoping for some blood.
Mm.
Yeah, because it's not enough. They deserve it. But
These
it's very.
people are so violent.
Yeah.
They deserve this.
What's your ranking, Zach?
Oh, I'll give it a straight 8.5.
So Calvin, you gave 8.5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're in agreement there. Yeah, I'll probably have to give it about an 8.5. I'm in agreement. I thought it was a very strong message. Thought it was well shot. I thought the music was.
It was
interesting
very
and good.
well shot.
I mean, for 23 days, it was really well done. I mean, okay, like in the pandemic as well, that it only made 11 million, I think, in revenue, which is, but yeah.
I think it's going to go up in terms of home video sales because it's being heavily advertised in America on iTunes because the Oscars are coming up.
Right.
I'm positive that it's going to generate a lot more, particularly if Carey Mulligan wins or the movie wins a couple of Oscars at least.
Yeah, they will have an Oscars re-release or something,
Yeah, exactly. So I do hope it makes more money. And I have to say, it is an astounding achievement considering Emerald has only directed like short films before this. I'm not even sure how many. I know she did at least one. This is her first full-length movie to churn something like this out and to write it. I mean, she wasn't just given a script, she wrote it and she produced it, and great achievement. All right, let's talk about what's going to be coming up next. So we've all suggested stuff. I was a bit selfish in that I've gone a few times. I said we had to do Justice League, and I said we had to do this because it's Oscars. So we're going to go to Chief Jantan.
Oh God.
Finally.
One movie I'll suggest is Boss Level. Watch the trailer, and I think it's something worth watching.
Okay, it's got Mel Gibson, Naomi Watts, Ken Jeong. Someone who's really cool is Frank Grillo.
Yeah, man.
You might have seen him in Captain America and all of that. Really, really good, underrated actor in my opinion.
Was
Frank.
it the one
Actually, his real name is pronounced Frank Grillo. He's actually half
Italian.
Latino.
Latino, Frank Grillo. Then sorry, my bad, Frank Grillo.
Oh, he's the
No, I was just kidding, bro. Like,
Oh, I fell for that hook, line, and sinker. Perch, yeah, he was in the Perch. Yes, correct. That got you all excited now, Levy. So that's our recommendation for next week, Boss Level. If you have something to recommend, please leave a comment. Please do let us know. And the best part is we want you in the conversation with us once we've all had an opportunity to watch the recommendation for Geek Squad, of course. Leave a comment for anything else as well. Like, share, and subscribe as per usual. All of us signing out. And thanks once again to everyone who took part in the conversation, of course. Bye for now.